This show is brought to you by Bo Rumsley Roofing, the best roofing there is.
The same. Bo Rumsley Roofing. Get amongst the Bo Rumsley Roofers Christmas, eh? Welcome back to the Milz and Gryllz show. Nobody thought we would be here again, episode 20, but guess what? We are. And I'm joined, some call him as, I got nothing this week. Milz, how are you, Milz?
I got one for you.
Yeah.
The man who introduced cocaine to Stradbroke Island, Joseph Arrego.
That is
the bandito,
that is not
the bandito from Bankstown.
That is not correct. I'm not a member of the Banditos. And
From Bankstown?
I am from Bankstown. Let's give it up for a moment for Bo Rum. We have a new sponsor, Bo Rumsley Roofing.
I thought someone said Ramsley.
Bo Rumsley Roofing.
Bo Roof, you get the horns of a ram.
You get the horns of a ram.
Across down.
Nah, we're just kidding. Bo, get yourself a Bo Wormsley roof this Christmas. And we did have a new sponsor, thegear.com, but I've totally forgot about what you wanted me to say, Gear, and I'll get onto it for you next week. We've signed a 5-episode deal for $10.
What's the gear?
The gear, well, hold on.
Maybe I can help you. Like, what is the gear? Like, say, like getting on the gear? Similar to what your apartment used to send gear with a fishing line down.
It's my good bloke, the Gear. His name is Gear, but let's call him the Gear. And I had the pleasure of sailing across the Atlantic Ocean with him.
Oh, true.
So he said so he's got thegear.com up and running. That is the Gear. Gear is spelled G-E-I-R.
So like the grills.com type of. So like the Milz and Gryllz.com. His own one.
So he's got a little spiel for us to say, but I haven't sent it to you. So I don't know how we're going to say it, but we can just...
What's the gist?
We'll get onto it next week. But guys, if you want to go to thegear.com, that's THEGEIR.com. I don't know what it actually is, but get on the gear.
Feel free to donate upwards of $500 to the cause. I also don't know what the cause is, but yeah.
Actually, there is a cause I'd like to. On a serious note, guys, if you I'll put a link on our Facebook page to a GoFundMe. I'm a little bit late to the party, but a good Stradbroke Island man has been diagnosed with cancer. A really good bloke, and they're GoFunding for medical expenses. So I'll share that on milzandgryllzshow.com to support Dylan Rose's journey to recovery. So I'll share that. But back to Bo Rumsley. Yeah. Bo Rumsley Roofing. If you want to get yourself a Bo Wormsley roof for Christmas, the big Balakey Claus has sent us a message just the other day.
Oh, here we go.
Did he not?
Here we go. Yeah, I think... Oh, yeah, he did. But the one I'm thinking of was... Yeah, I don't think it's the one you're thinking of.
It just says, if Bo sends you anything about me, don't say shit on the Milz and Gryllz show.
That was it. Yeah. See? Look, I already was listening to what he said I wasn't even going to say that. I'm all over it.
But the thing is, Blakey, you've kind of dug yourself a bit of a hole here, because maybe that makes me think that you have done something or something funny has happened.
Something's happened in the works.
So you're covering your tracks, mate.
I heard some pretty fucked up shit today. I was just pottering around the house like I do on a Thursday. And I was listening to this thing, and this guy was talking about like hectic stories from back in the day, say 70s skateboarding scene. And he said he walked into a toilet cubicle and he seen two adults or actually, sorry, about 16-year-olds sitting on top. You know them public toilet cubicles where like they don't go all the way to the roof. They're just brick, but it separates you from the next cubicle.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There's two guys sitting on either side of that with their pants off, trying to take a shit from height into a toilet bowl. And they score it as in if you get it in the toilet bowl, you get 10 points. If it hits the rim, 5 points. And he's like, yeah, that was my initiation.
Can I just say that's genius? Why haven't we tried it yet?
That's pretty funny, yeah. And he's like, and then he said the same group of boys, this could segue into, have you ever done some shit like this? I'm sure you have.
Yeah, probably.
The same group of boys, it was called something like the arse squirting, or they called it something that's not arse squirting, but pretty much they get a water bottle, fill their bum up with water, and then randomly during the night, as a practical joke, they pull their pants down and squirt the water out at someone.
Yes. Yes.
Like,
can I just
work it?
I can see. I can be that. I'd like to lie and say that's not right up something that we would probably do.
That's something that we would have done. We would have, if we knew about it, we would have done it. But that was like, yeah, that old hectic skate crew with the Z-flexes back in the day or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah. But that's another difference between Australians and Norwegians. Like, we think that's the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, I guarantee. Go up to anyone in Norway and say, "What do you think about Milz and Gryllz just on top of a toilet cubicle trying to shit into the bowl?" They probably wouldn't. Yeah.
Who do you think would win, me or you? I got some pretty good accuracy.
Yeah, I heard you haven't missed the bowl since '94. But
nah, but back to the Australians versus Norwegians debacle just there. See, I'm living in Norway, and I've noticed these subtle differences, just like that. Like, we young Australian guys, that's a subtle difference. Like, we would think squirting arse water at each other is the funniest thing in the world, but I feel like in Norway, that's just not a thing.
That get you out of the friend group if that was like a sort of
but
just met someone.
See, I had another instance like that happen to me personally. Not where I was squirting water out of my bum. It was a little less disgusting, but nevertheless.
It was, in that same field.
In that same field. So anyway. Oh, actually, I should start with this whole party because this was a party, and then I'll get back. Whatever. Okay, so I went to a Halloween party dressed as Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The Rock. You know that old... You know that old photo of him wearing a turtleneck, like a black turtleneck, and
yeah, he has hair and he's got like the gold chain.
Yeah,
or the chain. Sorry.
So I dressed up as that, and a few people found it bloody hilarious. But
did anyone know?
There was a couple. Yeah, there was a couple people that got it, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. But everyone else just thought I was dressed like... There's an area called Grunalocker here where all the hipsters, they dress like that anyway. So a lot of people just thought I was just a hipster. But like then there was like 2 or 3 people that thought it was the best costume in the world they've ever seen. You know what I mean?
You've always been someone like that. You'll do something like... People are either gonna, if they haven't got it, or someone who gets it, it'll just be the funniest shit. Like the home brand t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone got that one though.
So anyway, I have my bum bag on because he's got a bum bag in the costume. We're at this nightclub, right? We're at this nightclub. A lot of my material today comes from the same party, so I'll elaborate as the show goes on. But I'm dancing, and like this club is it's not really my scene. It's full of young people because in Oslo they have bars and clubs that are age limits. Like, so this one was any age, so there was a lot of 18-year-olds, but then some of the bars are like a 25 plus bar. You can't get in unless you're under 25. which is really
Oh,
good
really?
actually. Yeah, because it makes the crowd's way better.
Do you feel like as the young kid in them 25 and over ones?
No, I just feel like that's where I hung out now. But this club we're in was just an all age thing, and it was super young. It was kind of like Surfers Paradise if you go to one of them shitty clubs, you know. But nevertheless, there were a lot of beautiful blonde Scandinavian girls there.
Mm.
So I'm a
Nice.
single man, Mills. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put some moves on. Let's go put on some moves. So anyway, I'm in my Dwayne the Rock Johnson costume with my boy Tom from Canada Z, also dressed as like some kind of pimp. But he actually looks good in this costume. I just look like an idiot.
No, you look alright.
Anyway, I start hip thrusting like and boogieing like. Have you ever seen me do the Bruno Mars dance?
Oh, maybe.
Like,
Is that the one throwing shapes at the front of the beach hotel?
yeah, like shit like that. Like just getting down and boogieing up to like groups of girls in the middle of the dance floor. And then they're kind of looking at me like...
Were they living it? Were they loving it?
Nah, they're just like, all right. Like looking at what I'm wearing. Looking at what
I
I'm
kind of
wearing.
like that a bit more, you know?
Yeah, looking at what I'm wearing. And then I unzip my bum bag and I pull out... Because Tom had this theory before we left, gangsters use dental floss. So I pull out a roll of dental floss. And while I'm hip thrusting and doing the star point, I pull out my dental floss, get a little bit of floss out of it, and then just start flossing my teeth while I'm hip thrusting in the direction of these ladies. And they're kind of looking at me like, are you all right? What the fuck? You got floss. And then I stop flossing just as they're about to lose it. And then I go,
yeah,
you ladies want some floss? And I did that over and over and again to different groups of people. And, you know, people just thought I was the weirdest motherfucker in the whole world. Whereas I feel like in Australia, that would be like, this guy's the man.
Yeah, like, surely that definitely would have won some hearts in Australia. But I felt like that's like, with the language barrier, surely you showed
There's
them.
no
like,
language barrier. They speak perfect
no language
English,
barrier.
man.
True. And even if they didn't, I feel like in Australia, that would be a good way to communicate. Here, I'm here for a bit of fun. I'm a nice guy. I like to surf on the weekends. I enjoy a beer, but I wouldn't mind sharing the night with you. That's what that says to me. If I seen you doing that in Australia, I would have to assume your move that you were going for. But you've just said Norwegians didn't. So what? So they're still not finding. They're not lapping it up, and you didn't have Plan B.
Nah, I didn't have Plan B. I just thought like Dwayne the Rock costume is funny. Like I'm in my black turtleneck, gold chain, big fake gold chain, thrusting, flossing my teeth. What is not sexy about that?
Gryllz. Oh yeah, I actually back you on that one because you've got a funny outfit. You can't match that with a real serious dance trying to pick up some ladies. You know, you can't. You got to have like be doing something funny as well to sort of like, I don't know, like soothe the interaction from the outfit.
Yeah, but they don't want the whole funny break the ice like we know and love back in Australia. They don't really appreciate a funny guy, or well, someone that thinks he's funny anyway. It's more of like you got to do the classic, buy the book, dance, talk, fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? I don't play by society's rules. I'm gonna come up to you and I'm gonna floss my teeth in your face. But you know what's gonna happen, Mills? It's a good move. It's a good move, Mills, because one day I'll be thrusting, flossing, big gold chain, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and then there'll be some girl that gets my
dressed
costume,
up as
or
Lizzie
just
McGuire.
Just gets understands my costume, thinks the floss is the funniest thing in the world, takes some of my floss that I offer her, and then thinks it's funny, and then I'll end up marrying that girl, you know?
Yeah, so you're not trying to catch mullet for bait. You're just trying to go straight for the snapper.
Yeah, I'm not trying to catch chlamydia, you know?
You're not trying to catch bait fish. You're going for the full squid. Actually, no.
But
Oh well, I
does that
support
have-
it.
I support floss, gangsters floss. But does that have anything to do with your tip of the week, my man?
Yeah. So I've come to this new found. I think Bo got me first onto it. The old shave the head, and you've probably been there with the army and stuff. You shave your head, and you go for the classic 2 or 3 on the sides, and then 5 on the top or whatever. This time I went for, I think, 2 all over, like a skinhead. And can I tell
Two's
you?
nothing, mate. I go 1 on the sides, but then I have a long on the top.
Oh, true. I should have went 1 on the sides.
You should have got 1 everywhere and then shaved it with a razor. Gone the full ball.
I could do that. My hair length now, I could do that. But it actually feels sick. And my hair's just like, yeah, no, it's good fun. So tip of the week, go the full Monty.
Shave your head.
Cut.
Shave your
But
head. Wait.
But eventually I'm going to grow it again. But for now, I'm going for the full shave off.
You know what I thought was the weirdest thing ever? I remembering back in high school, our mate Dion Stevenson, shout out Dion, got suspended for shaving his head too short. Like he went no blade back down to where it was like skin, and he got suspended from school for that. It's like,
what grade was that in?
I don't know, like grade 10 or something.
Dion was he was the man, eh? Like I look at grade 10ers now, to me, so young. But like when I was at school with him, felt like he was so mature. Like I'd watch him have conversations with teachers, and he'd be like schooling the teachers, like embarrassing the teachers, and like
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'd be like, imagine that.
Exactly. Oh, another funny thing about this party was girls. They think a fucking little bit of fake blood running down their lip justifies a Halloween costume. Now, I don't really get into Halloween, but I was invited to a Halloween party, so I thought I'd be original and dressed up as something that like some people would think's the funniest thing. And I think I did the costume to a T. Like I did it exactly as it was on the photo. Now I see a lot of girls.
What was Halloween about it though?
I don't know. What do you
mean? Like that would be pretty scary seeing the rock up in his 90s getup.
Anyway, I see a lot of girls out there just dressed in normal clothes, but with a little bit of fake blood running down their chin or like something. Yeah. It's like that doesn't fucking justify a costume. So my friend Tom did it first, and then I copied him. We kept doing it to the same chick. He ran up to her and he's like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" She had like a fake like cut on her face. He's like, "Are you alright? Yeah. Fuck, you're bleeding." And then I found her out again, and then I went up and did it, and then like all the people in our group just kept going up to this girl, going like, "Oh my god, are you alright?"
What did she end up? Was she getting fed up by the end?
Yeah, she got fed up. She's like, "Fuck off."
Man. Yeah.
Another highlight is I seen Freddie Mercury absolutely bash the fuck out of some dude.
What?
I was in the toilet. Yeah.
Mm.
I was in the toilet.
I didn't think Norwegians fought. They're all peace and love.
But I don't know, like, this is Freddie Mercury, tall dude, skinny, dressed in the Freddie Mercury get-up, like, exactly how it is. Had the mustache grown and everything. And looks exactly like Freddie Mercury. And he was just laying some fuckhead out in the toilet, like, absolutely bashed him. And, you know, I should have been a good guy and split him up. Well, for the record, I did that. I didn't stand there and go, feed him, Freddie. Feed him, Fred.
Get him in an armbar.
Give him AIDS.
You become the like UFC. Give him AIDS. You become like the UFC ref, and you're just like on the ground with him, trying to wait for him to tap.
No, but like it was fun watching Freddie Mercury lay someone out. I'll tell you that.
That's random as. Yeah.
Got an interview. I've got an interview I'd like to play for you, Mills.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Interview.
You got time?
I got a bit of time.
So, guys, we're down here in old downtown Oslo, and I'm down here with my boy Tom from Canada. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing tonight, brother? How you doing?
Say that now. Hello.
So, we're just here with two lovely young ladies that requested specifically. Like, me and Tom were just chilling, you know, having a relaxing beverage, and these ladies come up to us and like, oh my God, is that Gryllz from the Milz and Gryllz show? And Tom's like, well, yes, it is. So we're just down here live. We're gonna ask these. Tom's gonna ask these lovely chicas a few questions.
Chickadee up.
If you want to do the honors, Tom.
Thank you. So, ladies, I just want to, and like it's already known that, you know, the Milz and Gryllz show is very popular here in Norway. They've got a very expanding, fan base. And I wanted to ask, where you guys first heard about the Milz and Gryllz show?
It was a commercial. I think it was about meatballs, but then they also mentioned Milz and Gryllz, and we were just listening to it, and we haven't stopped listening to it since that day.
We love it ever since. You know, I've heard every episode like 5 times.
Wow, that is a lot of hours, ladies. Kudos to you for your commitment to the show. Thank you.
If you got one message for Mills, what is that message?
One message for Mills, the late great Mills. Oh, he's still alive, actually.
You're awesome. Keep on rocking, man.
And keep bringing your flossing at the dance floor. It's very sexy.
There you have it. Breaking news. Flossing on the dance floor is sexy. It's a new thing happening here in Norway. I can't explain it, but me and Joe caught on the other day. Everybody was doing it. We were in the club flossing to Michael Jackson. We were on the dance floor cutting a rug. The ladies were loving it. We ran out of floss. Mills, what do you got? Or Gryllz, what do you got to say?
Thanks, guys. Just a disclaimer: we don't know. We don't know these people, and fucking hell, this podcast is getting ridiculous. We need to start. There you go, Mills.
That's the ending. Yeah. Well, thanks, ladies. How good's that?
There's nothing better than a beautiful Scandinavian girl saying, "You're awesome. Keep on the rocking, man." Isn't that nice?
Yeah. Keep flossing on the dance floor. I like it. All right. Yeah. Dearly noted. That's hectic. So this is all from the one night.
No, that was friends of Tom's friends. Shout out to Inga and Solvig. Is that how you say your name? I know you're listening
Solvig,
right now.
Yeah. Solvig. I know a Solvig.
Yeah. Maybe it's the same one.
Was she like 30?
Nah, I think she's 23, 22. Shout out. We played some pool and with him, Tom, Hernan. Shout out Hernan. They're Hernan's friends, actually. Guy Hernan. And yeah, shout out,
Really?
girls.
Well, what else has been happening in the world of the man, Grillzy?
You say that because you got no material prepared for Big at 20, isn't that right?
Of course I do. Nah, honestly, I'm waiting for 21.
Yeah.
21's
You can't.
going to be our biggest ep yet.
We can't. We
Joe.
can't.
Hey?
We
Can't let all
live
our
by
eggs hatch at once.
Yeah, we can't put all our eggs in one basket, mate.
Yeah. You can't take the yellow bin out on green bin day. But anyway,
Is Blaze still coming to Jim Jeffries?
he can't. No, he's in it. Did I tell you that? He's come back to Australia.
Oh, so that means we got to do another giveaway for the tickets.
Yeah. Fuck, you bought them tickets early. Good on you.
Yeah, buy them out. That's what they say in Norway. Buy them early.
Go to the concert. Just friends. Shout out to my Mrs. Alex. We're going to see Sticky Fingers next Thursday. Hopefully get a couple of sticky fingers.
I was about to say the same thing.
Nah, only kidding.
And by sticky fingers, he means because his beer will be so full. His beer will be so full that the beer will fall out of his glass onto his fingers that are holding the cup and make them sticky. Yep. There's no reference to...
None at all. So,
no reference to vagina stuff.
Grills. What?
Yeah.
Where would you even get that from, Sicko? But I was thinking of this. I went for a surf before, and I was thinking of like random surf chat we used to spit at each other and sort of make sense of. And so a little segment / what if I give you a sentence, can you decode it into English?
Yes, I can.
All right. Here we go. There's a couple of frothy ones out there, but just got this mental one on the head. Now I'm just going to be so scorched with tap nose for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I can get as pitted as Gryllz got doing a Gryllz DK after he went over the falls on that colossal beast.
Let me see if I can remember this. Okay, so what I made of that for you guys wanting to know Australian surf chat is it's blown out, but it's got the waves are a little bit big, but it's really windy and sloppy, kind of all over the place. Got a few fun little waves until I fell off my surfboard on a really big wave, and now I'm going to have water running out of my nose for the rest of the day because I got so much water up my nose. What was the next bit?
Okay, you nailed that one. And the next one was, I just want to get a beast of a one and do a Gryllz DK straight over the falls instead of getting pitted.
I just want to get a big wave and get up on my knees on my bodyboard and just go straight.
2 hands in the
air. 2 hands in the air. Fuck, I don't know. Can I give you one to decode?
Yeah.
All right. You ready to decode this?
Mm-hmm. That's Russell Speck just got a huge left at Point Lookout, main beach. He just got spat out, and he's just giving you the shackers, and you're just like...
All right, I got another one. I got another one for you.
Or that could have been you just charged a sip, like you just had a big gulp of goon.
All right. One more. One more, ready?
Yeah.
One more, ready? Give us some. Oh, yep, no, fucking floor it, mate. Oh, yep, fucking, yeah, she's right. You're right. Oh, fuck not, yeah. Oh, he's a stub.
Is that it? What was that last bit?
Here's the stubby.
Oh, okay. So you're in the
Go on,
passenger
mate. Give us some.
and you're in the passenger seat with Kendall Banks on his red peas in the Commodore wagon, and it's wet weather, and he's doing a drift around the corner. And you've just told him to give it a bit more, and he's fishtailed it, caught it, and hands you a beer because you're on the way to an open house.
Perfect.
Wow.
Wait, you want to know
Yes. Oh.
you want to know what is an oosk moment for this week? I actually got Lockie Kendall waiting for us to call him. We got him back for the weather in a bit.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, seriously. I think he's coming
That's
on in
oosking.
10 minutes. I told him to be online, so I'll check in 10 minutes.
You know what? Lockie, I want to hear what he must have been caught in some serious headwind because I haven't heard spells from him in age. I think he's back on Stratty.
Well, he's back here to give us the weather this week, so you can ask him when he comes on the show.
My God, I'm tweaking. I'm fizzing.
All right, so let me get back to this party, Mills. So I go to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I got my boy Tom. The plan is Miguel, this guy Miguel, my friend. He's it's his party, Halloween party he's organised, and he's like,
Where's the party at?
So I'll get to that. This is part of the story.
Okay.
So he says, "Oh yeah, the plan is to go to this club where there's we got some tables booked and some champagne bottles, right? And no one goes. People always go pre-drinking before they party in Norway because it's so expensive. And he tells us 6:30 at this address, right? But from what he was saying, he made it out to say we're going straight to the club/bar. And I'm like, this is weird, but it must be a thing because we got champagne there. And me and Tom are walking there. And I'm like, he's like, this is kind of weird. Like, people don't go out at 6:30. And I'm like, no. She'll be right. She'll be right. It'll be right. And Tom's telling me the whole time, he's like, man, like, we should buy beers. We should buy beers. It's like 10 minutes until we can't buy beers anymore because they stopped selling beers. No, sorry, they stopped selling beers at 6, so we already missed it. So we didn't buy any beers because we thought we're meeting him at a bar. Anyway, we get to this address. It's a house party. It's a pre-drinks. So we rock up. Everyone's dressed in proper Halloween costumes, like costumes that people understand. Like Miguel, he's a really small fella. He's like really, really small. He's a power lifter, so he's extremely buff, but he's just really small. He's dressed as Super Mario. Like everyone has these costumes that people. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Everyone has costumes that people understand, you know. And then there's me and Tom. Tom's just dressed up like a gang. I don't know, like a pimp, like just ridiculous clothes, and it kind of looks like a guy that just dresses funny. Then I'm dressed up as in my rock costume, and no one gets it except Miguel, and he's running around this party showing weird Norwegians. We know no one here except Miguel, and they're all a close group of friends. So we're the weird randoms, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're the weird randoms with no costumes.
Are you socialising at this point, or are you just like, let's keep in our huddle? Well, you've just rocked up with no drinks either, so you're stone cold sober, rocking up into that situation.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's like, "Where's your booze? Are you drinking tonight?" And I give the old, we just thought, we missed the beer time, so we just thought, we're just not drinking until we get there. I'm giving this big spiel, and then Tom comes in and goes, "Don't fucking lie, fucking." This is what happened. So we're sitting there, and I go to Tom. All right, new challenge. We're just gonna get loose, have a sick time, sober. And he's like, "Okay, challenge accepted." 15 minutes later, I go, "Fuck this," and my idea is we just cruise down to there's like a bar, like maybe 10-minute walk away, like a little pub. We walk into this pub dressed as like weirdos, like it's just an old people kind of pub, just chilling. And we walk in, people are looking at us dressed in like turtlenecks and fake gold chains and shit. And we walk in there, and I go, "Hey, can I have 3 beers, 2 Jaeger bombs, and a gin and tonic?" And then like, that's just for me. And then Tom gets the same. But in Norway, a beer costs you $15. A gin and tonic costs you $20. Jaeger bomb probably costs you $20. So it's an expensive round, but you know we have to do it.
Fuck.
Yeah. But we look fly. We look fly.
Yeah.
So we get them, literally just slam all these drinks in maybe the space of half an hour, and then go back to the party, and then just go back to the party. So we've gone from being completely sober, weirdos, drunk, and then going, "Hey, we'll be back in half an hour." Coming back in half an hour, just loose, fucking smashed, drunker than anyone there. And then we're like the life of the party, and people looking around like, "Are these guys like, what the fuck just happened?" And so,
did they take a pinger?
Yeah. So that's
did
my
some nose coffee.
So we just went and just sunk piss at a bar for like probably a good $100 round, and just come back to this party. So that's a tactic if ever you forget your booze. Anyway,
Sweet Gryllz.
Mm.
Can't you wait till Oz when like $100 on a Sunday for $4 drinks would get you 40 drinks? No, 25 drinks.
Yeah. But like, do you think we played that pretty good?
Yeah. I'm surprised no one gave you any drinks. Did they give you any sips?
No, but I don't want to be that random guy that knows no one that's just going around dressed as The Rock asking people, "Hey, you guys got booze we can have?" You know?
Yeah, you can't be that person. I'd pay $100 before I would become that person as well. Wait, I have a bit of intel for you as well. Just trying to figure out this whole drinking game. The whole drinking scene and how it fits with me. Normally, I'd say I'm a pretty like experienced drinker. Like I could drink whiskey until 3 a.m. with your old man and just sort of hold my own, you know. But something happened on the weekend, and it was me and Mrs. her friend, and we went out in Byron, and actually, yeah, I forgot about this. So we've started pre-drinking. I've seen Gaz, shout out to Eddie as well, how to surf, how to cider. I'll run you through the drink list because I shouldn't have been as smashed as I was. One Tawley. Yeah. So I've got a cider, a Tawley, had to neck that because the girls were on the gin and sodas or something like that. And I'm on my second drink and I'm just loose. Like we're staying in this small-as room. I'm dancing on top of it. Just getting so excited. I'm like, we got to go to the pubs. So we went to the first pub. It's about 7 p.m. We get kicked out. I brought everyone around. I brought the girls around. Expensive round. And they said he has to go. And they're like, "Oh, no, that." And they're like, and I got told we're at the Byron Bay Brewery. So it's a loose place. And there's no one else in the place yet. And I've just got kicked out.
What are you two drinks in?
Nah, so by this point I've probably had like half a bottle of vodka. But
oh yeah, there you go. There you fucking go.
There you go.
Oh yeah, so I don't know why I was so smashed. I had like one Tawley, one cider, and then I was just like getting kicked out of places. I'm like, wait, is that all you had to drink? Oh no, I had half a bottle of vodka as well. Like,
wait. In my defense, before that we went to the beach. We had one bottle of vodka to share, and I'd probably had like only my point was I've drunk way more than that, but the difference was I drank so much, like you were saying in Norway, in close succession. So if I could drink a whole carton of beer during a day, but it was like I just had them all in quick succession, which got the job done. But yeah, so kicked out of there. Next place, I get a warning on the way in, and then we we get upstairs to the smokers area, and it was all good. I come back downstairs, I get another warning. So we went back upstairs again. I came back downstairs, and I think I got escorted out.
What'd you get a warning for? Just looking drunk or like?
Yeah, dude, they're just like, you need to sort it out. And like, it was hard because I could consciously snap myself into be like, just say the right things. Stop being stupid. So I'd be like, yeah, mate, it's all good. Like, I just got a bit of a headache. And then like, you'd see me like 5 seconds later and I'd be like dancing like an idiot. And you'd be like, mate, fuck off. But anyway, that ended the night.
Like, God help us when we finally meet up to go out, eh? Like, we're not getting in anywhere, eh? So, you had much to drink tonight, boys? Fucking oath. Like, it'll just be just hell.
Oh, do you remember the stupid call that people used to say? Like, it'd be like 3 a.m. in the valley of Brisbane City, and the bouncer would be like, how much you had to drink tonight, mate?
Oh,
and you'd trying to get
back.
Right answer, like, oh, like just 6. Like I was going to drive, so I've just had a couple. And he'd be like, bullshit, you haven't had 6. And then you'd be like, oh, I had 10. And I'd say, okay, I probably had 10. He goes, that's too much, get out.
Nah, I swear, like, it's like, how much you had to drink tonight, mate? I don't fucking know. I'm on a night out trying to get into the Met at 3 a.m. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then you're like, here's fucking Kobe Caphead. He's had like 40 beers, but he's just dropped a cap, so he gets in sweet because he's acting fine. I feel like you get punished just for being drunk. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
back to Byron Bay kickouts. You want to know my favourite Byron Bay kickout of all time?
Yeah.
So I remember we're at the beach hotel, right? I'm with Matt Friend and Simon Appleton. We're sleeping on the beach, I think. And as soon as I say Matt Friend,
yeah,
you know what's going down.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there at the beach hotel, and Simon and Matt, to their credit, I'm just, I'm like you, Mills. When I start to get a bit drunk, I just start walking around, talking to randoms, and sometimes starting a conversation and then just walking off. Like, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't put a lid on me. Like, I'm just roaming. Like, I'm just roaming up to no good, or sometimes not. Sometimes not up to anything at all. Just like cruising around. And anyway, I'm
just aimlessly starting conversations.
Yeah. Anyway, I noticed that Matt and Simon are chatting up some girls, sitting down at the table with them. 2 girls, 2 guys. Matt, Simon, and 2 girls. Very pretty girls. I sit down and just, they're looking at me with those eyes saying, "Gryllz, fuck off. Like, don't ruin this." And they're looking at me like, "Who are you?" Like, they're doing pretty well. So I just flake it. They're 2 beautiful American girls, right? Anyway, I'm sitting on that grass hill talking to some random bloke, and I just noticed Matt's just talking to these girls. Everything's going well, but then he just just out of nowhere, he just downs his whole drink and throws the glass over his head into the middle of the Byron Bay Road.
What?
Like, he's just talking to these girls, doing like so well. Just, really, everyone's getting along, Matt is doing well with these ladies. And then all of a sudden just sculls his drink out of nowhere, throws it over his head into the middle of the road. Lucky there was no car. Glass shatters all over the road. And he just keeps continuing the conversation like normal.
Fucking hell, Matty. Everyone's friend.
And anyway, the bouncer comes up and it's like, "Mate, you're like," drags me out. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, "Mate, you just like threw a glass over your head in the road." And he's acting like he didn't even notice he do it. And I don't think he did. It's just like instinct to do something loose and just.
And he was just that drunk.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I got an embarrassing. Do you want to, if you got time, like a demon story of me doing the same thing?
Yeah.
So we're in this once again with the girls, my sisters, Alex. We're in this pub in Burleigh that's like a little nightclub in this back alley, sick bands playing, having a good night. I'm having the best time out of everyone in this pub. Like, I'm the only one on the D floor, just loving it. Loving the band, thought they were sick. And then they had plastic cups there. And all I remember is I looked at Alex and the girls. I said, "We watch this." And I had a bit left of my drink. And I was going to, like, my objective was to throw the cup in the air, spill the drink all over my face, and land the cup on my head. Just for a bit of shock factor, just to, like,
in what universe are you going to be able to pull that off, can't you?
Well, guess what? Fuck knows what happened. I ended up throwing the drink over my head. It landed right next to the drummer on the stage. They give me a shout out over the mic and said, "Can that fuckwit get out of this place right now?" And I felt so sad because I was loving their music. And it looks like I've just thrown a drink at him. And the bouncer comes up and he goes, "I seen what happened. I don't know what you were trying to do, but don't worry about it, mate. Like, you're all right." And I'm like, "Fuck." And the band's just like, "Yeah, get out of here, you fucking wanker." And everyone was cheering. I'm like, fuck. Bad demons, man. But, like, it was pretty funny because, like, yeah.
Making no friends, are you, Mills? Well, what about that time, like, you're just chilling? It was when we had that week in Byron before I moved to Norway. Just chilling. And then all of a sudden I'm on stage, like, rapping, and they're, like, escorting me off. And I'm like, no.
Oh, fuck, I remember that. Yeah, man. I reckon when you do come back, we should, like, camp out at Byron for a couple of nights. We'll have one big blowout with us, and then we'll invite everyone and anyone to come for a big Milz and Gryllz show, like, see how many places we can. Actually, you can't do that anymore because they walkie-talkie to each other and say, "Don't let these people." But anyway, we'll have a big spill at Byron.
Oh, they do, don't you? Yeah. Oh. And you can't get banned. Like, they throw out bans like hot dinners. Like, and if you get banned at Byron, he's still banned for 5 years.
No. But tell that story. Such an inconvenience partying growing up with Tommy G. He's copped a ban early on.
He's got the classic, like, ban.
Tommy 10 beers.
The night he turned 18. And then he's just, like, they have a link thing where you're banned from everywhere, so he can get in anywhere. Not even, like, the tube.
They just put that out. Yeah, but I remember seeing the heartbreak of, like, fully tanked 10 beers Tommy G. We go to a place, we're in New South Wales, we're fizzing, it's going to be a sick night, and they go, "Nah, sorry, mate, you're banned." And he just, like, tears out of the eyes, like, fuck. 5 years as well. Hectic.
What did he do for 5-year ban?
I'll tell you. It actually is a better, like, the end result of the story is he headbutted someone. But can I just tell you, in his defense,
I mean, that's fair enough. You get banned for headbutting.
No, right. Wait. Apparently, Will was there, and Will was just causing mayhem, Will Barsby. And they're at the Cooley Hotel, and Will just, like, someone was being mean to Will, like, paying him out. So Will arced up, and Will was too drunk to do anything. And the guy's like, "Fucking blah, blah, blah," and they're revving on, and then Tom's just there, just, like, looking like, "What's happening to my mate?" And then apparently the guy said, like, "Fucking, you wouldn't headbutt me," or Will. I think Will just said, like,
"You wouldn't headbutt him."
Tommy just turns around and headbutts him without knowing what's going on.
Oh, I thought this was... I thought the ban was for when he got up and started bashing the drummer's drum kit at the Cooley Hotel.
Oh, fuck, I don't know. He told me that Will Bars was in trouble, so he stepped in.
Oh, it's always someone else's fault, isn't it, Tommy?
His karate. I love, like, even anyone, actually. Like, I've never been in a fight, but I don't think it would come to me to be like, "You know what? I'm going to fucking headbutt him." You know? I'd try to tackle him, like, maybe like a punch but fuck, that's such a power move. And, like, wow.
You know what a power move is, in my opinion?
What's that?
Just walking away and having a good night. You know, my friend Tom said, "Joe, you surprised me you really do surprise me. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, you come across as a pretty, like, loose unit. Like, jumping into bins, just fucking being radical. It's because I said we were talking about that whole bare knuckle boxing thing. And I'm like, nah, that's kind of barbaric. Like, that's a bit too far. Like, you know, that it's a bit, you know. And then, like, he's like, you surprise me. 1 minute you'll be jumping into a pile of rubbish or getting really aggressive about some topic. And then the next minute I ask you about bare knuckle boxing and you say, oh, that's a bit, like, barbaric. You know what I mean? But I think just, you know, there's no reason to fight anyone on the piss, eh? There's no reason to fight in general. You want to fight? Sign up to a fucking MMA gym and go train.
Yeah, and is it a true fact? I've sort of gathered bits that people who have all these martial arts and all these fighting things, they actually end up fighting people less. Or if you're like an angry person and you start doing it, you learn to control your anger a bit more, and you just don't get in fights that much.
Yeah.
I think, like, if you really knew you could fucking flog someone, you'd be less inclined to do it because you got that option to walk away. That's probably where you're at.
Yeah.
You know?
Lovers, not fighters here at the Milz and Gryllz show, you know?
That is us. Yeah. But, yeah, so it was a bit what I thought tip of the week number 2 is just drinking in fast succession just gets you, like, in your sense, it was tactical and well played.
Yeah.
But it's a risky line because if you had, say, another 3 in that short succession, that can be like, well, I feel like once you get sloppy drunk, even if you haven't had much to drink, you can't really come back from it.
No, you can't recover at all.
But you could drink way more slowly throughout the night. But once you get to that sloppy stage, that's you boots.
Floppy Sanger. Another fun thing about that night was Miguel, the small guy dressed as Super Mario. He was running around this nightclub just yelling in people's faces, "It's me, Mario!" And, like, he thought it was so funny, but I don't think anyone else did. He's just literally running up to randoms, screaming in their face, "It's me, Mario!" And then just running away.
He's running away before he can feel the not acceptedness. Fuck.
Oh, sorry, Mills. I just got a message from our weatherman, Lockie Kendall, and he's ready to call. He's ready for me to call him. We actually got it back for the first time since episode 1. He joined us here. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's get him on.
He joins us here on the line. Wait, it's calling now.
Bring.
Lockie, how are you, bud?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the weather. For all the Australian listeners out there, I don't have a fucking clue what weather it is over there, so you gotta figure that out for yourself. But I can tell you something about Holland, and because of course that is very necessary for you to know. It is fucking cold here. Raining and cold. Winter is here, and yeah, it's cold. Tomorrow it's gonna be cold. Friday it's gonna be rainy and cold, and then Saturday, to change it up, it's gonna be rainy and cold. And yeah, so if you're from Australia, don't know what you're gonna do with this information, but there you go.
Thanks, Lockie.
Well, there you have it. If you're planning a trip to Holland, don't. Fuck, you sucked me right in there. I thought we were going to have the Kendall.
That was Lockie Kendall.
That was Lockie Kendall.
He's visiting Manu. He's visiting Manu in Holland.
Okay. Well, Gryllz, I know you've got a tight sketch today because you're going to Berlin. What are you doing there? You have to do some wine testing and play some cards and probably
just another textbook quiet weekend from your boy Gryllz.
Will it be cheaper there? Surely it'll be cheaper there.
Yeah, but just another quiet just another quiet little weekend, just like Amsterdam. Just going to be a quiet little, check out the city. Just, chill.
Yeah.
Nah, who am I kidding? I'm going to go to nightclubs where people piss on each other and stuff like that.
Berlin. Oh man, fuck. Is it weird? That makes me jealous. Like, that sounds fun as.
Don't be, mate.
Not the
You got it
pissing
good.
thing, but like,
I'd swap our situations in a heartbeat to be back home in Australia, soaking up some sun.
oh, true. Is it cold yet?
It's freezing, mate. It's about -5 in Oslo.
Holy fuck. When did that change? I feel the other day I was talking to you and you were skinny dipping in the streets.
It's like the last 3 days, it's gone from like a comfortable 4 degrees to like -5.
That's hectic. Oh, so you got the winter coming. You're a stronger man than I did. I only did one winter. Actually,
But
yeah,
I'm gonna head to jiu-jitsu. But before I do, we don't have a Joel Pine pub review this week, unfortunately. But what we do have, hold on, I'm just looking at my notes, and I don't. Oh, that's the name of a song.
the foot job.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. The foot jobs.
The foot jobs have a new team, but I don't want to cut Jaden's grass, so he might.
Here he is, the captain of the foot jobs. The off season's already over. It was a quick turnaround for the boys.
The well-hung huntsman himself.
Turns.
Boys, the off season's over, so foot jobs footy's back. We didn't make any roster changes over the off season, so we're running back the same team. We've got the same objective and the same game plan. Look, we got straight back into it. We got our first win of the season, and look, we're in the entertainment industry at the end of the day, and the boys do love putting on a show. Classic case, let it slide to like 5-1 in the first quarter, and we grounded back over the course of the game. It was an absolute thriller. Stole the lead with about 5 or 6 minutes to go, and the rest is history, mate. Book it. First win for the footies. We're back, baby. Look, I believe that Revo is moving into the new Foot Jobs HQ sometime in the near future, and I believe he is throwing an awards night of sorts. So I actually need you two. I need a little something from you two. I need you two to announce a podcaster's choice, the Milz and Gryllz Choice Award. So, surely you know who to pick from. Boo Boo, Revo, Maxi, NATO, or our favourite Gold Coast babe. So yeah, have a little ponder, have a little talk, and just let us know over the podcast, boys.
What do you reckon, Mills? Who's your vote for?
Well, I reckon I'm going to have to give Fluffy the Gold Coast babe.
Yeah, I was going to give it to Fluffy as well.
What he's given to the foot jobs is that hour travel from the Gold Coast to Vicky Point, I think, is a bit unmatched. Although I do know that Mr. Ben Genge and Revo double on motorbikes to get there. The motorbike.
My vote would have been for the skipper himself, old Twinkle Tums. But
Twinkle Tums.
Voting. Oh, not Twinkle. Fucking yeah.
The well-hung huntsman. Yeah,
I was going to give it to the well-hung huntsman just for his contribution to the Milz and Gryllz show, and without the huntsman, foot jobs wouldn't be possible. However, I've noticed a theme in the Foot Jobs Weekly Roundup that the Gold Coast babe Fluff, he's been on fire most weeks, getting up in everyone's grill, getting aggressive. So, what can we say, Mills?
Let's give the aggressive. Fluffy wins the ironic, but Fluffy wins the aggressor, which is the prestigious award. We'll give Jaden a similar award for being the well-hung huntsman and just the rock. And yeah.
So who's the Milz and Gryllz Podcaster's Choice Award.
Player of the year, player of last season.
The Milz and Gryllz Award goes to.
And the nominate. Oh fuck. Let's say it. Okay, ready?
Jaden
Three.
or Fluff.
3, 2, 1. You say it. Ready? 3.
Oh fuck! I can't.
2,
This is too much pressure. No, stop. Man.
3,
No,
2,
stop. It's scary.
1. Fluffy.
Jaden. Fuck.
It's a unanimous. Actually, it's gotta be Tunza, the well-hung huntsman. He's just done a lot. He's just done a lot for footy's football this year. I even believe he didn't mention it, but they've created another team that he wanted me to help name.
It's going to be in the next. There's still a clip left to play from Jaden.
Fuck. Sorry.
But yeah, okay. The Milz and Gryllz Show award goes to none other than Jaden Turner. You've been a big contribution not only to the foot job to the Milz and Gryllz Show, and none of this would be possible without you, mate. So there you go. That's our award right there. Sorry, Fluff, but you know,
Fluffy just a close second for aggression, but the well-hung huntsman is just 8 tentacles on all fields. He's just all over it everywhere, and yeah, creating that footy's web that
footy's web.
It's got more sticky fingers than Spider-Man.
It's a more sticky web than the one you leave in your drain every night after work, Jaden. The old shower drain web, huh?
Yep. The foreskin foreplay.
Alright, we got one more thing, then I'm gonna have to piece it out.
No worries.
Another piece of business for you to stew on is, look, I'm really pushing to get this second team in the competition, and we need a name, so we're running a little name your team competition, if you will. So if you two have anything original, then I'd love to hear it.
Wait, so is this team going to be in the same league as the normal foot jobs?
Yeah, they will. It's an overflow of support. What about this? Hung.
What about
just
the
hung.
hand jobs?
Maybe it just has to be another kinky sex move.
What about the foot jobs, but it's just spelt with a Z instead of an S? Foot jobs. For the foot jobs.
Cuckolds. I don't even know what a cuckold is, but I've seen it somewhere.
Righto, Mills. You're a bit of a cuckold. Nah, you're not. Sorry, Alex.
What about femdom?
You've been watching too much Amber Luke pornos.
Oh man! Shout out to our girl, starring in her first, maybe first, maybe second feature film. It honestly, for me, if there were Grammys, yeah.
Should we review Amber Luke's porno?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like her cast let her down. The guy was a bit
Yeah, the guy was just kind of smashing it, wasn't he? Like he didn't get that,
Didn't see the emotional connection there.
Yeah, no emotional connection. It was just kind of laying into it like a fucking jackhammer, and we all know that. I want to see some
kind of freaky scene as well. Suppose she's not doing any Snow White scenes, but yeah, it was a bit scary. But nonetheless, it's porn. So yeah. If that, yeah.
Hi,
what
Dad.
else can you say?
Hey, Dad.
I wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't one of our good friends, for support. Admittedly, I didn't watch the whole thing. I know you would have, girls.
I did. No, didn't watch the whole thing. I did skip through it.
I sort of skimmed through it, like a like a novel.
Like any good friend would do, you know?
A speed read it just to make sure. Yep. All right. Shit. Okay. Fucking hell. All right. Yep. Sweet. Cool. That was the reaction.
It's just one of those things you have to see. When a girl you go to school with gets filmed having sex, you kind of got to watch it or at least skim through, don't you?
Yeah, well, I tried to show Alex, and she was just like, what the fuck? Don't watch that. And I was like, Alex, like, if I did this, you'd want to see it. And she was like, what?
I would be in a porno. Like, I would be in a
You've been
porno.
saying that. Well,
Like,
I've been getting into watching Neighbours, and
like watching
the
your
classic.
neighbours, like watching your neighbours.
Yeah, I just pull up a chair at my neighbour's house and just watch them just go about their afternoon. Now, the TV show, like Home and Away, and fuck me, the plots on that is just ridiculous. Like, every week someone's dying, someone's getting potentially raped, or like someone's dog got thrown into a wedding cake.
I do not want to live in that street, eh?
Nah, Ramsey Street is fucking like should be banned.
Hectic.
But anyway,
It's hectic.
it's so fucking hectic. Like next episode, I'll give you a couple of plots of like the last month of all the crazy shit that's gone down.
Is Neighbours still going, like new shows and new episodes?
Yeah, it's still going. And
I remember one time they had zombies. Really, I was like, come on, guys.
The funny thing is, I'm like, who is writing this? Like, it's a pretty like non-swearing like show, but like whoever's creating it must be a full-on cone lord smoke thief, because it's just crazy shit. But anyway, what's it called? So recently, this hotel that has a secret camera in and has been filming people in the hotel rooms and catches the hotel dude's daughter and her boyfriend having sex on but mind you, on the 6:30 time slot. But anyway, so now everyone is
come on Channel 10. Come on Channel 10.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so 6:30. So yeah, anyway, this porno of these two, that's like the star of the show at the moment. Like, everyone sees it. She doesn't want to leave the house. And I was like, fuck. Like, would anyone really care if like a video showed up at Gryllz, like in a hotel room, and like it's not going to go that viral, you know?
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not going to go viral?
Like,
are you saying my dick giving game isn't that great?
No, I'm just saying, like,
it's not really. It's not.
It'll just sprinkle into the big sand pond that is porn. Like, not saying that. Well, actually, no. I know why that offended you, because you want to do porn and you want to become. Maybe it's different for you, but say for like anyone else, if they get caught, a hotel camera having sex, no one. It's not going to be like Kim Kardashian, you know.
Mate, Milzy, if you had a porno, I would not only watch it, but I would make sure I shared it as well.
So I hope so.
But so you don't have to worry.
I'll
make sure people see your porno.
Gryllz. I've just had a fucking epiphany.
Mm.
We're lacking a bit of social support lately, and we've had a couple of ideas. Could we get you into a porno and make it go viral on Facebook through like Australia somehow, and then link it back to be like, and this is the guy that is a host on the Milz and Gryllz show?
Yeah, so
like
what you're saying is do something else to get popular, and then people will see the podcast instead of making the podcast the popular thing.
Yeah, like just make it crazy, like.
Well, you know what I feel like me and you could do really well? Do you see them guys on like Facebook videos going, them guys that are like, tell us something your mum doesn't know, and they're like interviewing people on the street? I feel like we could do that pretty good.
Hectic. That's hectic. Then that guy going, yeah. How open is everyone in Australia? If anyone else hasn't seen that, what are they called? Bread
gang. I think it's because maybe everyone's drunk. Like, I mean, if someone asked me that when I was drunk, I'd probably give a pretty saucy answer.
Yeah, I know. Everyone just pretty much answers and go, she doesn't know I've had fucking pingers tonight.
Oi, we gotta start not to plagiarize, but we gotta start like
Tell us
get a
something your
YouTube.
dad doesn't know. Tell us something your cousin doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's people want their 30 seconds of fame. So if you get a camera around a bunch of drunk people, some funny shit's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right, Gryllz. Well, I'm digressing.
I gotta hit the Dusty, unfortunately, mate. I'm going straight to jiu-jitsu, then to the airport, and I gotta squeeze in a 5-minute pack between now and when I leave in 5 minutes.
Well, I agree. We should wrap this up like you're hopefully going to be wrapping your willy up this weekend in Berlin with all the...
Mate, I told you I'm not one to mess around. I'm looking for the one.
I know. And by one, you mean girl in the 18 to 28-year-old bracket with nice bod, good purse, and yeah.
Nice bud. Nice bud.
Nice bud. Just looking for the bud that fits the bill. Anyway, Gryllz, love you, mate.
You're full of shit, mate. Eh? Oh, love it. All right. See you next week, brother.
Safe travels. That's
Peace.
a soap, brother.
That's a soap, brother. That's a soap.
All right, Gryllz.
See you, my man.
See you more.
Fucking yeah.